I married my wife for her money. 10 years later, I'd give away every dollar just to have one more day with her. When I was 26, I was drowning in debt, student loans, credit card bills, a failing business. Every morning I woke up wondering which bill collector would call first. That's when I met Charlotte. She came from a wealthy family, the kind of wealthy where people own vacation homes they barely visited. Meanwhile, I was counting coins to buy groceries. Charlotte was smart, beautiful, kind, and completely out of my league. When she started showing interest in me, my friends couldn't believe it. Honestly, neither could I. At first, I convinced myself I loved her, but deep down, I knew the truth. Part of me saw an escape, a way out of poverty, a better life. When she proposed a year later, I said yes immediately. Not because I was certain she was the love of my life, because I was terrified of losing the life she offered. We got married in a beautiful ceremony. Her family welcomed me. Her father helped me rebuild my business. My debts disappeared. My life transformed overnight, and that's when the guilt began, because Charlotte loved me completely, and every day I wondered if I deserved it. Years passed, something strange happened. The more time I spent with her, the more I realized I'd been wrong. Charlotte wasn't special because of her money. She was special because of who she was. When my business failed again, she stayed. When my father died, she held me together. When I struggled with anxiety, she sat beside me through every sleepless night. She never made me feel small, never used her wealth as power, never reminded me where I came from. She simply loved me. One evening about 7 years into our marriage, I finally confessed. I told her everything. The debt, the fear, the fact that part of me had married her for financial security. I expected her to leave. Instead, she laughed. Actually laughed. Then she took my hand. You think I didn't know? I stared at her. She smiled. Your shoes had holes in them when we met. I felt my face go red. Then she said something I'll never forget. I knew why you came into the relationship. My heart sank. But then she squeezed my hand. The reason you stayed is what mattered. I cried harder than I had in years. For the first time, I understood what unconditional love looked like. 3 years later, Charlotte was diagnosed with cancer. Aggressive, fast, cruel. The doctors tried everything. Nothing worked. One night in the hospital, she asked me a question. If you could go back, she paused. Would you still marry me? I couldn't even answer. I was already crying, so I nodded. Over and over again, she smiled weakly. Good. Then she whispered, best investment I ever made. That was the last joke she ever told. Charlotte passed away 2 weeks later. It's been 4 years now. The money is still there. The house is still there. The business is still successful. But I'd trade every penny of it in a heartbeat for one more breakfast together. One more conversation. One more chance to hear her laugh. People think this is a story about money. It isn't. It's a story about a man who entered a marriage for the wrong reasons and accidentally found the love of his life. And by the time he realized how lucky he was, he had to learn how to live without her. Every anniversary, I visit her favorite park. I sit on the same bench where we first met, and I tell her about my day, because even now, she's still the best thing that ever happened to me.